Welcome to the Pimp My Setup highlights for episode number 188. The first setup of the day was submitted by Nuno. This setup is just gorgeous. The monitors, you know, they are as flat as some people think the Earth is. I mean, get it? Because the Earth is right there. Tom gets it. Okay, I would assume you'd want a little bit of an angle just for the best sort of viewing angle. This is TV half the size of your mom. Really, just super small. I do see like a bed in the bottom right corner. I would assume that's like the sheets, at least. And based on that, I would think while he's in bed, he could watch the TV.
With a magnifying scope.
Bro, I was going to say, you need like a magnifying glass. You need like binoculars or something. You'd probably be better off just watching off your two displays.
I think the cabinet, like the drawers on top, are like completely not usable in any way, shape, or form. I don't know how tall he is, but I feel like if you want to grab something from that, it seems like such a hassle.
You remove those two white cabinets, you get a big TV, and I think you're in there. And you just fix the monitors.
If they're holding stuff inside it, maybe you just get like floating shelves in that spot, the same exact spot, same length and all that, and just put like the stuff on there.
Nuno scored at 94. The next set of the day was submitted by Patrick. It's not being utilized to its full potential. It's a super easy fix in the setup. The desk is perfect for what you're going for. A lot of room, nice and curved. You don't have to break your rib cage sitting up against it. But look at the sheer usability. You know, the PlayStation, the speaker arrangement is not ideal. I was thinking like the PC should probably go off to the left. Or if you're going to keep the PC there, you got to utilize the section off to the left for your consoles. Kind of clean it up, make a little bit of breathing room. You know, put the blade away, dog. No, I'm just kidding. I think the blade's actually pretty cool. Patrick scored a 68. The next setup was submitted by Josh. It looks like a dope wallpaper, but does it really fit the setup? If the case and the desk and everything matched that whole theme, oh my god, that would be insane. It looks like he's in the corner of a huge empty room, literally the bare minimum essentials on the desktop itself.
I don't think you add anything to the brick wall. I think maybe add posters or something, some personality on the other wall that's not brick.
Josh scored a 76. The next setup was submitted by Richard. He always wanted like a badass setup, and he had this, and he's like, yeah, it's pretty dope. I like it. It's good. It's nice. But then he's like, hey, guess what? Bam! Holy balls in somebody's mouth. Now that's a setup, dog. You may remember this from Setup Spotlight. Now, I'm not going to go too in depth on this one. I think it kind of paints a picture of everything, you know. Yeah, you could say theme is not super in your face. He's got the art above, the stuff in the corner. My main problem was mainly the printer piece. If you look in the first photo, yeah, it doesn't look right. And at the angle, I know it's hiding cables and stuff, but it just seems like kind of out of place and weird. Richard scored a 99. The next setup was submitted by Pia. This was her setup on episode number 95. You may remember she's picked up a new keyboard, mouse pad, posters, chair, Linmon tabletops, and much more. Tom,
and she was on Setup Spotlight too.
She was also on Setup Spotlight.
This is the new one. Ready?
Yeah. Boom! Hey! Damn! Literally, you look back at the first photo, I said, I love the desk. It works perfectly, but it looks kind of like lonely. You know, you want to get that full usability. You know, I thought the theme was good, but like maybe like a little poster, a little pop. You go to the next photo and she's like, okay, here's the poster, here's the extra Linmon tabletop. This is where a little bit of a complaint comes in. The coming out of the PC, you Velcro that and then kind of bring it behind the center of the monitor down the arm.
It's a great setup. I love the contrast with the black. It's not like too much black where it's like it's a red, white, and black setup, but it's like just enough to make it like look really sick and like and the LEDs
and it fits her
work
team
and all
that she loves.
Yeah, and the LED is like red on red. You think it wouldn't really work, but it works perfectly in the setup.
Well, yeah, you're right. It's a lot brighter than I would expect.
Yeah, and it's just well done, you know. And the theme is right there, personality is right there. It's just like exactly what you need.
Pia scored a 92. The next setup was submitted by Dustin. He also said, "Yeah, I know the dresser to the right side is just absolutely disgusting." I think when you kind of put yourself in a position where you are a huge fan of Overwatch and you start bringing that through your setup, it's all or nothing at that point. So what you want to do is basically get a flamethrower, take all the nice stuff out, let the house burn down, start fresh, get a new desk, get a new everything. Honestly, you know, the Dreamcatcher is cool, but guess what? Your dreams, you don't have dreams anymore. All right, get the Dreamcatcher out of here. Just straight up go for the black and orange setup. Like, bam, I want the chair to match. I want the desk to match. Get some carbon fiber vinyl wrap on top of that shit. I mean, I want to see it.
I mean, yeah, the easiest thing to do is get rid of everything and start fresh, but that's not really the...
Not feasible, but I would like to see that.
It's not the easiest thing to do. So I'm thinking, like, right now, the desk is fine. I'll just clean up your dresser before anything. Or, like, really, when you think about it, yeah, you can get a new desk and all that, but the desk right now is working for what you're using it for. It's not like it's like over the top, like monitors everywhere and speakers don't fit. You have the sound bar underneath.
Then vinyl wrap it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, vinyl wrap it orange or something like that, and get more posters. I would move the Dreamcatcher somewhere else, maybe above your bed or something like that, and get more Overwatch posters above.
Yeah, Dustin scored an 82. The next setup was submitted by Jonathan. This photo, I love it. Just looking at this photo, I really do love the whole room. I do think it's a bit crowded in some spots. Now, not really, like, again, nitpicking. It's a great setup, got a great score. I think it's an okay spot for the Xbox. I would like to see it maybe on like a separate piece off to the side, because when you keep your desk nice and like open, it just makes the setup look a lot nicer. Really, the eyesore is to the left of the desk, just kind of like all that stuff chilling there. Maybe if you can move it around, but I don't think it's bad.
Like you said about the desk, it's a little too cluttered. Like, I mean, all the stuff seems like you use it on a daily basis, but I would get something off to the right because it looks like you have a paper shredder. Maybe if you get another tabletop that goes over it so you don't have to move that paper shredder.
You just pull it out when
and then you could move your Xbox, like Matt said, like move all that stuff over. If you didn't move your Xbox, I would say get rid of the picture of your wife. We don't need it. Just move off the side. But but you know what I mean? Like if you have the Xbox right there and then you put the frame on top, it makes it look way more crowded than it should be.
Jonathan scored an 86. The next setup was submitted by Max. You're in a cramped college dorm, like you said. I think space is so valuable here. You move the monitor, whether you are able to clamp it to the back of the desk on a monitor arm that goes over the top monitor, something like that, or you just find a new spot for it, because I think that's really killing the setup. You can then spread out the speakers. You'll have just an overall better usable amount of space. Max scored a 78. The final setup of the day was submitted by Chris. He said he will be painting the walls and finishing the flooring in the next month. He's just trying to figure out the coloring for it. So honestly, this is what I would do, right? I would start over with the walls. Obviously, guys, he's got to take everything down anyway. He's going to be doing some painting. So he's got to kind of pull back. And I think that's a great thing because you'll be able to reset, you know, maybe get a new desk if you're willing. I would think that even just Linmon tabletops, solid pieces of wood with legs, will work better, because your main issue right now is having that secondary display isn't going to work. The speakers are getting cut off where they're at.
People are saying it's really cluttered, but it's really not.
It just comes off that way.
It just comes off that way because the speakers are blocked. I think that's like a main reason people think it's cluttered, but it's really not. Like there's only like 3 things that he take off his desk, but all the things you guys said and all that really works. I mean, I would paint the walls, get new carpet and all that, add that PC in the corner, do TV above the monitor, and you
fixes the speakers.
Yeah, fix the speakers, and honestly, that would be perfect. And then the left side's for schoolwork or whatever you're doing. Now, would it be crazy to paint your wall red? It's there's because Pia did it with her setup, and that red is really nice red.
It can't be like a bright red.
Maybe if you do contrast like red wall and a gray wall or something like that.
That would be cool. Chris scored a 76. Richard obviously took first place with his 99. Thanks for watching the Pimp My Setup highlights for episode number 188.